Hey, all you email subscribers, thanks for subscribing to my newsletter. I just wanted to informally show you what my favorite supplies are here real quick. I'm doing this in one shot, so I'm not going to edit it or anything. And so my favorite palette to use would be this cardboard, this mat board that's wrapped in a sleeve, cellophane sleeve, and I can work on it and mix paint on here all I want, and if I need to, I can clean it by just peeling the paint right off, which is awesome. I also have my handy dandy color wheel here that has all my pigments in a color wheel, so I can tell where things are on the color wheel, how neutral they are, how intense they are, and that's really handy to have because they're all named on there. And the paints I use, these are called Nova Color paints, and they're pure pigment paints with a really awesome polymer binder in there, and they're really mural paints, and they come in these pint jars. They do come smaller, but I tend to get the big ones just because I enjoy having the freedom to paint with that much. I also use basic white, which you can find at Michael's, pretty cheap. And if I'm in a pinch, I can run to the store and get these golden artist colors. Again, pure pigment. I don't buy the cheaper hues and whatnot. I'm only using the paint that has pure pigment in them. It's so much easier to paint with, a little bit more challenging, but I know what I'm getting every single time I mix paint. So those are a couple paints. I have my water bucket here that's really deep. I really need to get another one because it's cracked right here. And this is great for washing brushes. I get in there, use water, and slop around. And I usually love to use my flat brushes. So these are flats. They're a little longer from ferrule to tip, and they're not short and stubby. So they can get loaded with lots of paint, and I can make long brushing strokes with them and not lose the line that I have. Spray bottle. I use a spray bottle to help with erasing. Maybe I'll cover that later in another video. So the eraser I use are these Magic Erase. I really love this one apparently. So I often lose them, so I have a supply around. And I also use a charcoal pencil, nice and soft. Not pencil, not graphite, but charcoal. Charcoal will make the paint adhere a little bit better than just regular pencil that I found. I also buy big boxes of these rags. Hi, Louie. You say hi? This is Lulu. He comes to the studio sometimes with me. Good boy. And so here's rags that I buy, and I just go through them like they're Kleenex to wipe off brushes. The rest of my studio is here. These are some works that are coming up in the show, the last of March and early April. The other thing, let me check my list. The canvas that I use, this one, you can't hardly see it because it's so big, I think I'm getting in over my head with this one, but this is a large 48 by 60 painting that I'm going to attempt. It's going to be all birds, like there's just going to be 7 or 8 birds on there dancing around. I usually buy my canvas at Michael's, and then I paint on it. I get the higher grade canvas because it'll last longer, and also it's easier to paint with, and it doesn't move around a whole bunch. The reason why I paint on canvas is because it'll take the paint that I'm giving it, but it'll also stretch, and without much degradation to the paint surface that it's on. I have a paint drying rack there. Oh, and I need palette knives. I don't like this one so much. Well, I can't find it. Here we go. I like the sharper one. I need to clean this one off, but I like the sharper ones. That lets me mix paint easier. Hey, if you have any questions, send me an email back. I'll try to respond to it. I'm a pretty busy guy right now. I'm trying to produce canvas for the show that's coming up. Read below on some of the future events that I'm having, and hopefully I'm capturing myself in this picture. I'm doing blind. But thanks for subscribing again, and I'll see you on the flip side.